Hi, my name is Kayla, and I'm a third-year doctoral occupational therapy student at Western New England University. Today we're going to be talking about how to age in place. For my doctoral project, I've been working with Comfort Keepers in Enfield, Connecticut, which is a private duty home care agency who offer hourly and live-in care. They have received several awards in the last year, including Best of Home Care Leader in Experience, Employer of Choice, and Provider of Choice. Comfort Keepers provide several resources to the community regarding aging. They work with clients to find local resources that they can access while aging in their home, which can include Lyft and Nutmeg Senior Rides for transportation services. They offer VA benefits, and they have connections to pharmacies, medical equipment, attorneys, and hospice services. During this presentation, we will be discussing aging in place in general, fall prevention tips, information on mental health while aging, and the importance of maintaining a social life while aging. Aging in place is defined as the ability to live in one's own home and community safely, independently, and comfortably, regardless of age, income, or ability level. By 2030, 20% of the population will consist of people aged 65 and over. 87% of these adults intend to stay and age in their own homes. Aging can be complex and personal, which includes having personal preferences, personal definitions of aging, and there are differences between men and women. Many homes are not equipped for aging, especially ones that were built older, and they can be hazardous and increase fall risk. Different components to aging in place include if it's right for you, different barriers, different assistive devices, technology, the importance of independence, and staying strong while aging, which we will talk about in later slides. Is aging in place right for you? There are many factors that are needed in order to safely age in place. It is important to have a support system, good control of your physical health, a well-equipped home, and a financial plan in place. Some barriers to aging in place include financial, health, and home layout. With limited income available after retirement, finances can become a barrier to staying in your home, or finances can prevent you from receiving outside care or moving to a facility if desired later on. While it's great that people are living longer, there are increasing expenses associated to aging, which can be hard to deal with. If you live in a home that you have stayed in for your whole life, there's a good chance that it's not equipped for aging. Do you have to go up and down stairs every day? Is there a bedroom, bathroom on the main floor? Are your doors narrow? Would a wheelchair be able to navigate your house if you needed one? These are all things to consider when thinking about aging in place. While working with Comfort Keepers, there was one house that we visited to complete an assessment, and he came home from rehab and needed a wheelchair, but the doors were too narrow, and he was not able to access his bathroom anymore. This caused a big barrier because he was not able to complete his activities of daily living, and therefore needed help completing his activities. As people age, their bodies change, and many times physical health decreases. This can be a barrier to living independently. It is important to stay on top of physical health. For example, don't miss doctor's appointments, take all medications, and talk to a doctor with any changes. The activities of daily living needed for basic independence around the house include bathing and showering, dressing, eating, sleeping, toileting, personal hygiene, functional mobility, personal device care, and sexual activity. There are many different assistive devices that can be used to help bathing, dressing, and other daily activities. Some of these tools include a dressing stick, a long-handled shoehorn, a sock aid, a reacher, and a long-handled sponge. The dressing stick can be used to put your pants on and off or take off socks. The long-handled shoe horn can be used to help put your shoe on without bending at the hips. The sock aid can be used to put on socks without bending your back. The reacher can be used to grab things such as your pants or nearby objects. And a long-handled sponge can be used for bathing and to reach hard-to-reach areas if you're not able to move your body as easily. Assistive devices that can be used in the bathroom, such as bathroom seating, include a tub bench, a raised toilet seat, and a medication organizer. So a tub bench can be used to shower more independently. You can sit in the chair as you shower, and therefore it prevents a fall risk. A raised toilet seat makes it easier to get on and off the toilet, and the handlebars can make it easier to get up and down as well. The medication organizer can help you remember to take your medication. And there are different types of medication organizers. There are simple ones like the ones pictured, or there are electronic ones that can beep when you need medication, or there are preset bubbles from pharmacies that include your medication. Assistive devices for mobility include a walker, which you've probably heard of. There are wheelchairs, or there is a chair like pictured in this picture, which is a lift chair. And what this chair does is it is controlled by a remote control, and it can get you from a standing to a sitting position, so you're more able to sit in a couch like that. Some home modifications that are available include installing ramps if you now need a walker or a wheelchair. You can widen your doorways in order to make your rooms in your house more accessible. You can increase your lighting in your house so that you're better able to see. This can include increased lights or motion lights for when you go to the bathroom at night. You can install a walk-in shower, grab bars in the bathroom, lower kitchen counter and cabinets. You can get rid of throw rugs, which is important because those are a tripping hazard. You can then get a telephone with bigger buttons to make it easier to make phone calls. You can put bright tape on the floors, especially on the stairs, so that you can differentiate the stairs if you are having a hard time seeing. And you can place stickers on different buttons, such as on a microwave that you can no longer see. Technology is emerging and is creating new ways for the aging population to increase their social life, independence, and quality of life. As people age, the gaps in knowledge on how to use this more advanced technology and tools decreases. So using cell phones, different features on their cell phones, even though it's available, it might be harder to access. But it is important to use an emergency alert system, which is a form of technology. A cell phone can also be used as an emergency alert system in a way, because if you have it with you all the time and you fall, you can use your phone to dial 911. You can have a web-based camera in your home so that your family can see what you are doing. And you can come to Tech Time, which Comfort Keepers offers in local senior centers in the Northern Connecticut area. During Tech Time, Audra will answer questions on how to use cell phone or different devices to the best of her ability. So if you have a question on a specific feature on your phone, you can come into the designated Tech Time and Audra can help you. The main goal of aging in place is independence. It's important to maintain independence because it's linked to social wellness and increased quality of life. So it's important to keep participating in daily activities as much as you can. Just because you can't do something the typical way doesn't mean you can't do it. So there are ways to modify and adapt tasks that become difficult. One way is called energy conservation, which means you can take breaks while you are completing a task. So for example, if you are doing your laundry and having difficulty doing your laundry, you can break it down into different sections. So you can fold your pants first and then take a break, and then fold your shirts and then take a break, and then fold the rest. Work simplification is key. So you can also break down each task to make it easier to complete. For example, you can use an automatic can opener instead of using a handheld can opener. This can make it easier and more possible to complete, therefore increasing your independence. If you still need help with certain tasks, home care services are an option. Home care services such as Comfort Keepers can provide help at home to maintain independence. They can help with anything from more strenuous or intense tasks to things that you just can't do yourself, which can promote aging in place. They offer services that vary from 3 hours per day to 24/7 care. So this is based on desire and need, and they can help with anything from light housekeeping to cleaning your house to daily activities such as bathing, dressing, and eating. Staying strong while aging and implementing an active lifestyle is crucial to aging in place. It's important to eat a balanced diet, live an active lifestyle, and participate in daily activities as much as possible. To do this, you can join exercise groups at local senior centers, complete leisure activities, go for walks if it's safe and able. This helps to maintain balance and prevent falls. So as you're maintaining your muscle tone and strength, you are also helping to maintain your bodily functions. There are adaptations available for almost any activity, and it's important to make exercise part of your daily routine, especially as you enter retirement. Preventing falls is also a crucial component to aging in place because one fall can be detrimental. 1 in 4 people aged 65 and older fall each year. Don't be the next. So as you age, your bones get more brittle, which can increase your chance of broken or fractured bone anytime you fall. Healing time increases as you age, so other bodily systems will be impacted if mobility is limited after a fall. So if you fall and you break a bone and you can no longer complete your daily activities, all of your other muscles and bones will decrease in strength because you're not using them as frequently. More than 95% of hip fractures are caused by falling, and each year more than 3 million people are treated in the emergency room due to a fall. 1 in 5 falls causes serious injuries such as broken bones or head injury, so it's important to prevent this from happening. Some factors that can increase the chance of falling include medications because they can have side effects that you don't know about, such as dizziness. Rugs in your house are a severe tripping hazard. A home layout, if you have stairs, which are difficult to navigate, that could increase your chance of falling. A previous fall can make you more prone to another fall because your bones and muscles are already compromised. Your physical health can increase your chance of falling because if you have comorbidities and other health conditions, it can increase your chance of falling. And decreased muscle, which is involuntary with aging, but it's a risk factor. Now we're going to talk about ways to prevent falls. So some things include standing up slowly, decreasing tripping hazards in the home, such as getting rid of throw rugs, learning the side effects of medications. So don't stand up if you know a medication makes you dizzy, or make sure that you're stable before and not dizzy before you do stand up. It's important to get enough sleep, stay physically active because maintaining that muscle is crucial to fall prevention. Using recommended devices if you feel unsteady. So if somebody like your doctor or other medical professional suggests using a walker or wheelchair or cane, it's important to utilize that device because it can help you decrease your chance of falling. It's important to wear comfortable and sensible shoes so that you don't trip over your feet, and increase lighting in your home, like I mentioned, motion lights, especially at nighttime for when you go to the bathroom so you don't fall while getting up. Next, we're going to talk about the best way to stand up after a fall if you do end up having a fall. So first, you're going to assess for injuries. You're going to try to move your arms, legs, hands, and feet to assess for injury. If injured or dizzy, don't try to move. Press your emergency alert button or call 911. If there are no injuries, slowly roll onto one side. Push off of the floor so that you are positioned on your hands and your knees as if you are going to crawl. If there's a chair next to you, reach your hands towards the chair. If you are not close to a chair, use your arms and legs to slowly crawl towards the chair. When facing a chair, bend your stronger leg into a 90-degree position with your foot flat on the floor. The other knee should be in a kneeling position. Place your arms on the armrests and push up using your arms and your strong leg. Once you're standing, turn and reach your arms back to sit down in the chair. When you're safe, notify a medical provider and or caregiver so that they can further assess for injuries. It is important that even if you are not injured, to tell somebody, because this one fall has now increased your chance for another fall, which may be more severe. And you don't know what happened during this fall. You don't know if you hit your head or what caused the fall, so it's important to get it checked out. If you're injured and cannot stand, call for help and use your emergency alert system or use your phone to dial 911. If you can, reach for a pillow or blanket to put under your head until help arrives. If you don't have a phone or emergency alert system, yell for help or use an object to make noise and attract attention. As people age, they forget about their mental health. So I'm going to talk about the impact of aging on mental health. There's such a focus on keeping physical health under control that mental health is overlooked. Aging has a huge impact on mental health, even though it's not talked about, because there are many life changes that occur in a short period of time. There's lots of coping from people passing away and just different life changes, such as not being able to complete the tasks you were once able to do so easily. When mental health is altered, every daily activity is altered, so it's important to keep your mental health in check. Some signs that your mental health may be compromised include feeling sad, excessive worrying or fear, a change in your mood or energy level, change in eating or sleeping habits, a decreased quality of life, a lack of interest in the activities you used to like to do. There are ways to cope with these feelings and feel better, which I will talk about next. How to cope. So people cope in different ways. One of the best ways, even though it's probably the least favorite, is to talk about it. It's important to find healthy coping skills, especially with transitions. So some examples of coping skills include finding activities that you like to do. You can acknowledge and express your feelings, seek out social activities such as going to a senior center or joining a bowling league or knitting. Physical activity, creating a daily routine, and partaking in some relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, listening to music, and completing art activities. Now we're going to talk about socialization while aging. So it's important to keep socializing because aging can get lonely, and it's very important to avoid isolation. So some tips to increase socialization is to join local senior centers and participate in activities, joining book clubs, joining exercise programs. There are also virtual programs if you can't leave your house. And that's where technology comes in, and you can help have a loved one or somebody come set up a virtual group for you. You can plan activities with family and friends, and you can volunteer. The importance of social participation is that it provides emotional support, it can increase mental health, provides sense of belonging to the community, which is many times something that is lost as you age because of your lack of ability to complete activities. It reduces stress and lowers blood pressure, and being less involved in social activities can actually increase your chance of being displaced from the home, which is what we're trying to avoid. So by socializing, what we're trying to avoid is isolation, because the impact of isolation can be detrimental. It can increase your chance of depression, which in turn, depression along with isolation can lead to deterioration in health. So not participating in your daily activities can decrease your diet and nutrition, decrease your strength and ability to move. It can make you miss doctor's appointments because you don't feel like going to them, miss medications, and all around detrimental to your health, which can lead to displacement. So the easiest solution is prevention and to increase socialization. In conclusion, some of the biggest aspects of aging in place include having a safe living space, which you are able to navigate and access your home to complete your daily activities, having good physical health to maintain independence, having good mental health, which can be forgotten about, but it's crucial through the transitions of aging, and having a good social life because it can increase longevity, happiness, and quality of life. Thank you for listening to this presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to either me, Kayla, or Audra Loff. And thank you for listening.